All right, they finally have cut to the game, folks. Sorry about that. I have no control over it. It is what it is. How's it going, everybody? We got some action for you. The MAC Championship semifinal, UMass and Toledo. Hopefully, it is a good one. Again, my apologies. Don't know why that was such a pain in the butt, but it was. UMass going to be in black, Toledo in whites. As we are underway, Minutemen, the Minutemen with the opening tip. UMass again 17-15, upsetting Miami of Ohio. Toledo 18-14. UMass going right to left, Toledo left to right. As this is Bedial. Bedial hands off here to Banks. Banks back at the point here to Carbuccia. Carbuccia looking for a man, hands it off to Bedial. Bedial underneath. Looking for a guy, and it's knocked away by Toledo. Toledo with a fast break opportunity and puts it up. Actually can't get it. And it's going to be rebounded there by Carbuccia. Carbuccia hands it off over here as we're going to go already right to left, passing to the far corner for three, and that's going to be just missed. I know it's kind of an awkward, we're just jumping right into the game, but that's what we're doing here as the Rockets now with the ball. This is Strong. Strong looking around, trying to find a teammate. And still trying to find a teammate, passing over here to Blyden. Blyden with it as he's charging the rim, spinning around in the paint, puts it up, gets the friendly roll. First buckets of the game belong to the Rockets. 2-0 Toledo leading over UMass. Here is Carbuccia. Carbuccia to Bedial. Bedial over here to Digway. Digway back to Bedial. Bedial back over to Banks. Banks looking in, moving inside the lane, loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. UMass player doing the 6-7 motion, but no, that's not indeed what's happening. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, sorry for the just sudden, I don't know, they just had a frozen screen forever, and then they cut to it, about to do the tip-off. That's literally what happened. Anyway, this is Blyden. Blyden handed off here to Craig. Craig over here to Wilson. Wilson again beyond the arc, going left to right, trying to find a teammate. Bounce pass over here to Blyden. Blyden with it on the near side, trying to find a teammate, working his way in the lane. Floater, oh, alley-oop here. Puts it up, gets fouled. That was Parks. And Parks should go to the line. I believe that was a shot. So, yeah, Parks was a 72% free throw shooter. Can't believe there's a delay. Yeah, you're hilarious, Goku. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Goku's nephew, that is. Yeah, Joseph, it was a delay for a while. Appreciate you, man. Lou's got Toledo by 2. Good luck, man. Good luck, Lou. Appreciate you, man, for tuning in. Real big UMass fan. Don't want to talk about the football team, of course. Good to see you, Ricky, Robert. Thank you guys all. George for tuning in. As he does make the first one. Tammy, again, thank you very much. Trying to see if I got everybody. Caleb got agreeing there with Lou about the Toledo -2. Parks with his second shot. That one is good. As Toledo leading 4-0. All right, UMass with it again. Have yet to score. Of course, we're just beginning this game. Bedial passes in the corner. Looking around for a teammate. This is Banks. Banks with it back over to Carbuccia. Carbuccia at the logo, at the MAC logo. Floats it over here to, this is Sanford. Sanford with it back to Bedial. Bedial in the lane. Now hands it off as he's driving to the basket. Looking around, back over inside. He puts it up. He's stripped. No call. Now it's with Toledo. Toledo moving fast. As he kicks it out here to Blind. Blind with it in the lane. Kicks out again for 3. That's good. And Toledo up 7-0. I'm sure that already happened in the football season, but again, much different here with basketball. As UMass in the lane. Hook shot. That one's going to be too strong. Rebounded by Toledo. Toledo with it. This is Wilson on the far side at the logo. Guarded heavily by the Minutemen. Trying to find a teammate. He finds one in Parks. Parks with it. Handing it off on the far side. As this is Strong. Strong within the far corner for 3. And that's too strong. Rebounded there by Digway. Digway hands it off to Carbuccia. Carbuccia driving inside. 7 back over to Bedial. Bedial going inside. Puts it up. And that's an air ball. But he was fouled. And he will go to the line for a couple. How's it going, Tron? Good to see you once again. Appreciate you, man. You got the under 159. Yeah, these guys put up points. That's the thing with the MAC-tion. They seem to all put up points. Not really much defense in the MAC. as both teams averaging 81 points a game. Double that's 162, of course. Or, you combine it's 162. So that is projected to be over, but we'll see how it goes. Pulling for you, Tron, as always. There's the first. That one is good. Bedial, again, a 71% free throw shooter. The highest, or the leading, I guess, as far as per game. He averages 17.8 points per game. That's the most for both of the teams playing today. So expect him to have I would say, a good game as the second one rolls in. Getting both of those free throws much needed. 7-2 is your score. Toledo leading by 5. Here to start this one, 16-48 and counting. Strong looking around. Hands it off here to Wilson. Wilson heavily guarded by a couple of Minutemen. Finding, this is Blyden. Blyden with it beyond the corner. Hands it off to Parks. Parks gets it out for 3. That's good. Nice kick out there for 3. Toledo leading 10-2 very quickly. As here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia finding a man cross court. Kicks it out for 3 at the point. That's going to be too strong. Almost got stuck. Rebounded there by Toledo. As Toledo again with an 8-0 lead. 16-12 and counting. As here is Blyden. Blyden driving the lane. Hands it off to Parks. Puts it up. He's blocked. And it's going to be recovered by UMass. As here is Carbuccia playing it fast. Banks. Banks now to Ndigwe. Ndigwe puts it up, and that is going to be rebounded by the Rockets. As here's Toledo passing it inside to Wilson. Floats it up. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's been all Toledo. I'm hearing a bunch of stuff outside my window. If I am murdered, it happens. Let's see. Zachary's got Toledo first half winner, but UMass probably wins it. Gotcha, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Lou's got Toledo by half. Gotcha by 2. Yeah, we'll see. And appreciate you, Lou, for tuning in. Ricky going with Toledo. And then it's him. Has UMass plus 4.5. A lot of bets going on today. Right now, though, Toledo up by 10. And I don't know if we're going to a TV timeout. I don't think we are. I think we may be. Anyway, 15:51 left to go. 12-2 is your score. So this game actually, again, it's on CBS Sports Network, but actually not on CBS Sports Network right now. It's kind of weird. There's a game that went on too long, so I was panicking before. I was trying to find how to watch this game so I could do this, obviously, and yeah, it was a whole nonsense. But anyway, I found it, and then it's like, oh, it's a huge delay. Lou's loving it. Yeah, no, I bet. Again, whenever we do come back, we're going to have a free throw. But, yeah, again, 12-2. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Got 2 more games for you today. This is game 1 for me. Did a triple header yesterday. Going to do one today. Unfortunately, I won't be here tomorrow to cover any of the games, so I'm really upset about that. But, you know, I got to help with the family, so I will be gone. I'm not really upset about it, but, you know, just a little let down, right? Because it's kind of a big day, but yeah, so I'll be back Sunday, hopefully, for the selection show. Maybe, we'll see. And, yeah, that'll be fun. What's the time? We're at 15:51. Again, we're in a commercial timeout. 15:51 as I think we're working our way back from commercial. I don't know yet. Your good luck, Doc. I'm 3-0 when I bet on games you do. Wow. All right, I try to be Tron. I don't know. I feel like now that you mentioned it, it's over. It's over. I hope not, though, Tron. I'm going to keep positive for you. Again, Toledo up by 10. As, again, Toledo will have the and one opportunity. Sonny Wilson's a 71% free throw shooter. Again, 15:51 left to go in the first. Sonny Wilson averaging 17.4 points a game. Again, he is a very solid scorer as well. As Wilson at the line, taking his time. As he releases, that one's good. 13-2, a touchdown and 2 field goals versus a safety. Here is Carbuccia. Carbuccia on the far side, hands it off to Banks. Banks back over to Sanford. Sanford over here to Wembley. Wembley checking in. Float to the Bedial, but that's a bad pass. Intercepted by the Rockets. The Rockets now with another near side. He's driving in. Now kicks it back out. Has some subs in here for Toledo. That's Craig. Craig over here to Vanderjack. That is a legendary NFL kicker that chokes. But hopefully he doesn't choke today for the Rockets as he's drawing contact, puts it up, and can't get the friendly roll. Rebounded there by UMass. That's Bettiol. Bettiol over here to Banks. Banks on the far side. Back to Bettiol. Bettiol with it. Over there, back to Banks. Banks driving in, looking around, trying to find a teammate. Finds one in Sanford, spinning around. Floaters in and out. Oh, that's rough. Rebounded by, but Toledo, UMass steals it back, puts it up, and gets the baskets. Took the eye out. I don't know what happened there, actually. Toledo had it, and then you look back, and UMass stole it. Toledo up by 9, 13-4, 14:40 to go here in the first. Craig with it beyond the arc, hands it off here to Blyden. Blyden inside of Craig. Craig puts it up, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for a couple. Lou, yeah, no, Lou's got the under. He's got the under 159. Yep. In the SEC tournament, I have Florida, Vandy, Alabama, Oklahoma to beat Arkansas. Gotcha. Yeah, Tennessee first half -5. Oh, man, the tie. Yeah, it's tough. What are your top 3 best bets for later games? Me, again, if you're probably talking to Tron, because I don't bet myself. I'm just a broadcaster, as that is made there by Craig. Craig making it a 10-point game. Again, Craig is a 77% free throw shooter, pretty solid at the line. Honestly, a lot of these guys are, so we could see a lot of free throws made, but not that one as he leaves it short. Rebounded by UMass. Again, down by 10, 14:26 to go here in the first. Bouncing inside to Bettiol. Bettiol looking around. He's driving the lane. Almost loses the ball, puts it up, and gets it. Went from almost a turnover to a couple of points. All right, 14-6. Toledo again up by 8. Wilson with it. Bounce pass over here to Vanderjack. Vanderjack cutting inside. Sends it in and up and down. They're going to call Wilson. Or no, do they say a... Okay, yeah, it's going to be a turnover there by Toledo. I think he jumped with... Oh, no, they're going to call a foul. Really? A foul on UMass. Really? Okay, all right, Toledo going to be inbounding it. All right, he's finding Wilson here. Wilson there on the logo, looking around, finding Vanderjack. Vanderjack back to James. James checking in, and James turns it over. Taken away by the Minutemen. All right, this is Parker here for UMass. UMass with some subs. So this is Wembley. Wembley driving in, kicks it out, and loses the ball, and now it's going to be with Toledo. Toledo now on the far side, moving quickly as he slams it inside. That was Owinga with the slam. 16-6, Toledo up by 10. UMass with it here on the near side. Again, going right to left, this is Wembley. Wembley inside here to Bettiol. Bettiol looking around. Bettiol to Banks. Banks with a deep 3, and he answers. Nice shot by Banks. 16-9 is your score with 13:06 left to go in the first. All right, here is Toledo. This is Blyden. Blyden inside here to Parks. Parks looking around. Parks finding an open man. Owinga for 3, and that's going to be short. Rebounded by Banks, who hands it off to Parker. Parker on the far side as he's trying to make some magic happen, trying to find an open man. He does in Sanford. Sanford going to work his way inside, lays it off the glass, and gets the basket. 16-11 as quickly Toledo going down and already scoring. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. That was Wilson just racing down. And, yeah, that'll work every time. That is centered. There we go. All right, this is UMass. UMass with it. This is Sanford. Sanford finding over here is Wembley. Wembley with it on the near side. He's driving inside, looking around. Wembley in the lane. Passes inside. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Floater. That's going to be short. Rebounded by the Rockets. Here's Toledo doing the same thing as Wilson. Puts it up and gets the basket. Wilson just racing down back-to-back possessions. And getting an easy 2 points, just racing down, running his full speed. An easy layup. Here is Parker. Parker with on the far side again, going right to left as Toledo's up by 9. This is Banks. Banks with it. Bounce pass inside. Bettiol turning, shooting, and he's fouled. did not get the basket, but he will go to the line for a couple. All right, I believe that's going to be a TV timeout. 20-11 is your score. Toledo up by 9, but UMass will be at the line. All right, what do we got here in the chat? Again, sorry, guys. Usually I can get to the chat, but basketball, hockey, a little bit more difficult to do that. I get talking to Sean. Yeah, gotcha. Elliot's got the UMass money line. We'll see what happens. UMass don't pick it up soon. They're going to get it run out. Well, I mean, it's still early. St. Louis, Wisconsin both came back and won from 15. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy stuff. Go Toledo, Ohio. Oh, okay. Time check. Yeah, well, we're at the commercial break. 11:40 left to go. I try to do it every minute or two. I'll mention the time. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, haven't figured out how to put a clock on here. It's kind of annoying. Like, I can do a timer, but it continuously ticks down. I can't stop it. It is very annoying. So I don't know. I don't know what people like. This is my own scoreboard. Like, I made it up. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to do the software. But anyway, appreciate you guys again for tuning in. Toledo up by 9 with 11:40 to go in the first. You have UMass plus 2.5. Gotcha. Thanks, Brock. Oh, yeah, no problem. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Mind, for tuning in. And if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. We got 2 more games for you. This is just game 1. We're getting started for today. Yesterday did a triple header, and, well, I want to do a triple header today because I won't be on tomorrow at all, as I'll be out of town. I'll be driving for a combined 10 hours tomorrow. So, yeah, that's going to be my day tomorrow. So hopefully you guys get to enjoy some basketball without me, but I'm sure you guys will. But, yeah, thank you guys again for listening in. Again, if you like the NFL, by the way, again, that's really the king of the channel. I love the NFL. That's my bread and butter. But we do a lot of NFL, going to be doing a lot of baseball. So, yeah, make sure, again, to subscribe. It's pretty much a sports channel. But, of course, again, whenever it's NFL offseason, we're looking for things to cover. But, again, a lot of baseball coming up. But, of course, a lot of March Madness as well. Right, again, thank you very much. Toledo, first half. It's looking good, Lou. It's looking really good for you. But, of course, the thing with basketball, it's a game of runs. You never know. UMass could come out of this commercial break and, you know, pop off here. Let me go ahead and check something. It might be telling me that the other game has just concluded and I have to go back to CBS Sports, which is fine. I do have it, but give me a sec. Let me just double check. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm going to have to change. I might miss about 30 seconds to a minute here, but we're going back to CBS Sports. That was originally where the channel was supposed to be on. How's it going, Yin? Good to see you. Let's go Zoomass. Oh, man. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, appreciate you, man, for tuning in. All right, we're back in time for the free throw. You actually missed it. That's great. Perfect timing. Didn't miss a beat. Bediol again with 4 points. Again, Bediol, a 71% free throw shooter. Missed that one. UMass better hit 78 points, man. We'll see. As that one is going to be in and out. Didn't make either. Rebounded by Toledo. As here we go. This is Blyden. Blyden taking it down again, going left to right. Blyden over here to, this is Strong. Strong with it at the logo, looking around. And hands it off to Blyden. Blyden with it again at the logo. Back to Strong. Strong underneath. In the lane. Driving. Floater. That's good. 22-11 is your score. All right, again, here is UMass. UMass with us in Digway, and Digway on the far side. Looking around. Bounce pass here to Bediol. Bediol over here to Carbuccia. Carbuccia in the lane. Driving. Hop step. Bounce pass to Bediol. Bediol hook shot. That's good. All right, 9-point game once again. 22-13. UMass doing a little bit of a press as well. They leave a guy open. This is Strong. Strong underneath, but he turns the ball over as it's taken away by the Minutemen. Carbuccia with it. And Digway now with it at the lane. Puts it up, gets fouled, and he will go to the line for 2. Don't jinx me. Oh, man. We'll see. I don't know. I do jinx a lot, I'm not going to lie. But, hey, I'm also 3-0 for Tron, so, also probably a jinx. Let's see. Toledo's going to keep rolling. I like the attitude. Let's see here. I don't know what is with the broadcast this year. Even in the Super Bowl, they missed a play. I know, it's ridiculous. Any team going to 10-0. Yeah, I know, that's the way basketball is. Ndigwe does make the first. 2 touchdowns now for UMass. Coincidentally, I think they only average 10 points a game in football, so look at that. Anyway, we'll stop digging on UMass and their football team. That's really, I think most people just know that, and it's just something yeah, they lost to Merrimack. Anyway, that's the last one. As he does make the second one. 22-15, up by a touchdown. As here's Strong again. Minutemen with a little bit of a press as they're making him work for it. This is now Blind back to Strong, back to Blind again at the logo. Again, they're going left to right. Toledo in whites, UMass in black. As Blind just jacks up a 3. That one's too strong. Rebounded by Carbuccia of UMass. UMass with it now going in right to left as he's driving inside, looking around, hop step, and loses the ball. Bettiol loses the ball, and he's fouled. Looks like Bettiol was going up with the shot. Fouled there on Craig. And UMass again will go to the line at 10:08 remaining in the first. Bettiol again a 71% free throw shooter, but today 2 for 4, so he's already at 50%, well below his average for the season. Definitely needs some baskets. There is the first. That one is good. Some subs for both teams. James going to check out. Wembley checking out. Sanford checking in for UMass. Couldn't quite see the Toledo sub. Bettiol already at 7 points. Bettiol again at the line for a second. That one, no good. Rebounded by Toledo. As here is Strong. Strong with it on the far side. Hands it off to Blind. Blind again at the logo. Guarded there by, I believe that's Carbuccia. As he passes inside, looking around. Floater, that's good. That one was made by Craig. 8-point game, 24-16. Here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it. Bounce pass inside to Bettiol. Bettiol looking around, trying to find a teammate. Trying to find someone. Now he's going to work inside. Trying to find a teammate once again. Kicks it out for 3. That's going to be an air ball. Goes out of bounds. Off of UMass. That was off of Parker. Uh-oh, Toledo. Holy Toledo. But again, they are leading, so, I mean, you know. We'll see again how this game goes. Seems like when Casey's AFC Championship game, Super Bowl refs blow a lot of calls. Well, it does seem like that. Hopefully it doesn't happen anymore. As here is, again, Toledo. This is Wilson. Wilson handing it off here to Blind. Blind with it at the logo. Looking around, trying to find a teammate. He does in Strong. Strong back to Blind. Blind going to the near side. Again, going left to right. Blind going to the lane. Fires a pass wildly out of bounds. Wow, that was kind of out of nowhere. Toledo coach is like, what in the world are you doing? How's it going, DJ? Good to see you. We're just talking about your Chiefs, and I promise you it was in a very nice way. But good to see you, DJ. As here is UMass. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it again at the logo. 9 minutes and counting here in the first is Carbuccia. Looking around in the lane. Hop, step, floater. That's good. It's a 6-point game, 24-18. All right, here's Wilson. Wilson again at the logo. Trying to find somebody. Does in Strong. Strong in the near corner. Floats it inside. This is Craig. Kicks it out for a floater. That one's going to be no good. Rebounded by UMass. UMass now with it. Moving really fast. As Parker pulls up a 3. That's too strong. Rebounded by UMass. UMass saving it. Carbuccia back to Parker. Parker over there in the corner to Sanford for 3. That's an air ball, but rebound underneath by UMass, who puts it up for an easy 2. That was Clark there with the 2 points. All right, here is Toledo. Again, just over 8 minutes to go. UMass with a 9-2 run in the last 2 minutes, 55 seconds. As Toledo with it. Hopping inside. Kicks it out to Craig. Craig back over to Blyden. Back to Wilson. Back to Blyden. Blyden again looking around. Underneath to Parks. Parks with it. Spinning around. Oh, and he's fouled viciously. UMass bench can't believe it. But, yeah, he turned around and There was a player right there, fell down. So it looks like Parks will go to the line, but that will happen right after this commercial break. 24-20, Toledo leading. The UMass coach can't believe it. He is irate. Oh, my goodness. 24-20, Toledo leading. Who wins this covering? The covering is coverage? Covering? I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. We'll see. Go Chiefs. I'm making a calzo with your leftover. Oh, look at that. Oh, my gosh. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. That sounds great. UMass covers. We'll see. Yeah, again, I mean, it should be a good one. I think it will be. Part of the reason why I'm doing this. Part. Very small part, actually, but, you know. Anyway, again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for doing so. Make sure, again, before you go today to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, we definitely are on the rise as we're closing in on 7,000 subscribers. It would be great to hit it today. I don't think we will, but, hey, it'd be nice to get close. Let's see. Got the over. You think it goes over 159? We'll see. I know we have Tron here with under. Again, both teams average 80 points a game, so you'd think so, right? Again, welcome on back, Jesse. Good to see you. How much time is left? We are at 7:47 in the first. So still plenty of time, of course. DJ, my parents pulled pork recipe, has root beer, and it's amazing. Man, that doesn't sound good. I'm not really a root beer guy, but I feel like that would work well. I don't know why. Let's take the lead, UMass. We'll see. Noted. Appreciate you again for tuning in. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Again, don't hesitate to chat down below. Again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can. Of course, you know, more so during commercials and whatnot. And again, if you are a football fan, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. Again, obviously, you see the Steelers stuff, right? But again, it's not just a Steelers channel. I promise we do cover every team. We covered every team at least once last year. So, again, that is something I'd like to do this year as well. So don't feel excluded. If you're, well, you know, actually, Doctor, you know, I'm a Browns fan, you know, like Toledo, you know, Browns, whatever. Well, yeah, I cover you guys at least twice for sure, but then other games as well. You never know. Maybe I cover the Browns. Or, you know, again, if you're a UMass fan, Patriots. Did a lot of the Patriots, especially in the playoffs. Covered every playoff game. But, yeah, no. We shall see. We'll see what happens. And doing a lot of baseball as well. As long as they both get 40.5, but not looking good. Yeah, you know, the scoring a little bit low, but we'll see. You just got UMass plus 300. All right, we'll see. Will we be doing any of the NCAA hockey tournament? Probably not. Probably not. But I don't know. I don't want to shut it all the way down, but probably not. Riding with under 159, yeah. Sean's got the under. First time watching was Utah State versus Fresno football. I gotcha. Yeah, I feel like noted. That was a familiar name. I just wasn't too sure. But yeah, no, covered again a lot of group of 5, I guess group of 6 action with college. It was really fun. Really fun. I enjoyed a lot of those games. Some of the best games, honestly, were the group of 5 games. They really were. All right, this is Parks to the line, 72% free throw shooter. He missed. Again, it was a long commercial break. I felt like that was a little bit longer than usual. But yeah, Parks again, 72% at the line. Made his first 2 today. Did miss that one, of course. So there's the second. That one's too strong. Rebounded by UMass. Everyone wants to miss shots. Maybe the under is the play. As here we go. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it at the logo. He's looking around, traveling to the near side. Carbuccia driving in the lane. Puts it. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked by Parks. Here's Toledo. This is Strong down the far side. He loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. And I think it's going to go to UMass. Strong just flat out lost control of the ball. And that is a turnover. So much about half. This is college. Anything? Oh, yeah, for sure. Goes Toledo, start scoring. Yeah, both teams really do need to put it up some more. I'm sweating this first half. Yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be close to your 2. There was a game that was 64 at the half. It went 171. Yep, you never know. All right, this is UMass. UMass with it. This is Carbuccia at the logo. Again, going right to left. Just over 7 minutes to play, by the way, here in the first. As he passes, finding Banks. Banks with it beyond the arc. Looking around, finding this is Clark. Clark hands it off to Carbuccia. Carbuccia to Clark. Clark puts it up and gets the basket. It's a 2-point game. Lou's really got to be sweating now. Lou is not having a good time, as here's Toledo. Toledo with it, passing to Strong. Strong with it. Back over to Blyden. Blyden over to Wilson. Wilson again at the logo. As he's traveling the near side again, going left to right. 6:43 and counting. 8 left to shoot. Blyden with it, finding Wilson. Wilson underneath, puts it up. Hook shot's good. Lou can breathe a little bit more, but again, still close one. 26-22. All right, here's Clark. Clark here to Carbuccia. Carbuccia beyond the arc. Kicks it out for 3, and that's good. It's a 1-point game, folks. 26-25. Unbelievable. UMass was down 10. Strong loses the ball again. Taken away by Carbuccia. Puts it up for the easy layup. UMass has taken the lead. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 2 turnovers in the last few possessions by Strong, as he is definitely not looking strong. As here's Wilson for Toledo. That's the first lead of the day for UMass. Floats it inside, trying to find a teammate. Owinga. Owinga back to Wilson. Wilson back to Blyden. Blyden with it. Beyond the arc. Finding Owinga. Owinga to Strong. Strong cutting inside. Floater. That's good. Taking the lead is Strong. 28-27. 5:30 to go here in the first. All right, this is Placide. Placide over here to Clark. Again, more of the bench here for UMass, which is kind of shocking. They've taken the lead. As here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia across court to Placide for 3. That's too strong. Last touch down to bounds by Toledo. It's going to stay with UMass. Lou not liking it. UMass hype is real. It may be. Again, they beat undefeated Miami of Ohio. Mind liking it. He likes it. Thank you. Again, I'm not doing anything. I'm just the play-by-play guy. I'm not controlling how these teams are doing, I assure you. Apparently they reviewed it, and they said it was touched by UMass. So interesting. So it's going to stay with, or going to go back to Toledo. Toledo with it. 5:10 left to go in the first. All right, here we go. This is Wilson. Wilson in the corner here. This is back to Vanderjack. Vanderjack back to Blyden. Blyden to Craig to Vanderjack for 3. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by UMass. Again, it's a 1-point game. 28-27 UMass with the ball, but Toledo with the lead. As here's Bettiol. Bettiol in the lane. Hook shot. That's in and out in. Unbelievable. Just went around the world. UMass once again taking the lead 29-28. All right, here we go. This is Blyden. Blyden with it, finding a teammate. That is Craig. Craig here to Wilson. Wilson in the lane, kicks it out to Blyden for 3, and he answers the call with the 3. 31-29. 31-29. UMass with the 3 of their own. That's going to be rebounded there by Toledo. That was Craig. Craig taking up the court, finding Vanderjack. Vanderjack inside to Owinga. Owinga hands it off, and that's an easy 2 for Toledo. Toledo up by 4. 33-29. UMass with it now, again down by 4. Bettiol looking around as he hands it off here to Banks. Banks with it. Banks trying to find a teammate. Heavily guarded. Hands it off. Puts it up, and it's blocked. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and in and out. Rebounded by Toledo. Craziness here in Cleveland as he's working his way inside. Kicks it out for 3. That's too strong. Rebounded by the Minutemen. 3:33 and counting. UMass being told to slow it down. As this is Parker. Parker with it on the far side. He hands it off to Banks. Banks to Bettiol. Bettiol with it beyond the arc. He's traveling inside, looking around. Now in the lane as he's stripped. Goes out of bounds. Going to remain with UMass. Only presence on YouTube for this game? Oh, yeah, no problem. That's kind of why I pick the games that I do, because I have a feeling when it's college that I will be one of the few people doing it. And appreciate you guys. Toledo -2. Again, we'll see, Lou. So, again, 316. Iconic numbers for sure. As, again, 3:16 left to go in the first. Toledo leading by 4. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in again. If you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. I really do. So, again, make sure to do that. It is free, I promise you. Look, it even says it right there. I mean, you just look at the top of the screen. It's saying it right there. It's in bold. Well, not really bold, but it's in all capital. Again, if you like the NFL, folks, that is really where this channel is at its best, as that's really where my expertise is. Again, we cover everyone, not just the Steelers. Don't see it like, oh, a Steeler fan, blah, 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 blah. Again, I cover everybody at least once. And then when it comes to the MLB, I'll be doing a lot of baseball this year. But again, going to be doing a lot of March Madness. Been doing it the past week or so. Really, again, even before that, kind of warming up my basketball calls. And, yeah, really ramped it up this week. Looking forward to the tournament. Hopefully, I see you guys there. If you can't find the game anywhere, I got you covered. I might be covering a game you're interested in. So, yeah, again, make sure to subscribe, folks. It is free. And might do a little bit of the UFL as well. I'd like to do some of that because I am a football guy. I really am. Let's see. It's going to be really close. It is. It is. So right now we're at 62. But again, the thing is, usually, not all the time, but for the most part, you do see a little uptick in scoring in the second half because teams are fouling late, you know, and free throws. That's, again, like, you know, if you're a little bit under, like, projected-wise, it's not the end of the world. Whose ball is it? Right now it's commercial break. I want to say it's going to be Minutemen ball, but maybe my memory is not correct. And of course, during halftime, we'll be going over scores and stats for this game. That way you kind of know who's doing what and all that good stuff. Looks like we're working our way back. Again, 33-29. Toledo with the 4-point lead. Lou desperately needs Toledo by 2 or more to get his bet. Will he? I guess we'll find out very soon. Pulling for you, Lou. Pulling for you. All right. They're showing off Miami of Ohio again. They are projected to be a 10 seed. Yeah, again, I think they should be higher. But as long as they get in, I mean, I think they won't mind either. It's ridiculous, the whole thing. But everyone has their different opinions. I just think they're completely wrong. I just think they're wrong if they think differently about Miami of Ohio. I just think so. These commercials take forever. They do. They really milk all this stuff, man. It's like 3-4 minute commercials. UMass is going to be inbounding underneath their own basket. And now there's going to be a foul. Foul on Vanderjack. I don't know. He wasn't wide right or anything. No idea what happened there. But anyway, yeah, UMass going to be inbounding underneath. The inbounder is going to be Parker. Parker trying to find Banks. He does. Banks with it on the far corner. Bouncing inside to Bettiall. Back to Banks. 15 to shoot. Plenty of time. Bettiall in the lane. Lays it up and gets it. 2-point game. 33-31. Toledo moving quickly. As here is again is Wilson. Wilson back to Blyden. Blyden underneath to Parks. Parks. Alley-oop to Owinga. 35-31. Nice play. 35-31. Here we go. This is UMass under 3 to play. 2:40 to be exact. Parker with it on the far side. He's trying to get a foul. Puts it up and gets the basket. No foul, but he'll take the basket. 35-33. This is Wilson. Wilson floats it to Blyden. Blyden over there to Vanderjack. He is going to be fouled. No shot. No shot there, so they will just retain possession. Over 158. Yeah. It's going to be, again, close. It might happen. They don't have at least 75. Can't see them scoring 88. Yeah, we'll see. How's it going, Simon? Good to see you. It is a close game. It is indeed. It is indeed. We've had some non-close games. We had some blowouts, of course, but definitely like close games. All right, Toledo with it up by 2. 2:22 left to go. All twos. It's number 2 with the 3. That's going to be too short. Rebounded by UMass. All right, here we go. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia to the far side of Banks. Banks with it. Beyond the arc. Oh, and it's intercepted. Bad pass taken away by Blyden. Blyden has it taken away by UMass, but UMass couldn't hold on to it as it goes out of bounds with 2:04 left to go in the first. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Tron. Yeah, I don't know. Could go a lot of ways. Basketball is just a game of momentum. And really all games are, but I don't know, basketball more so. 2:04 left to go. Toledo with the ball, inbounding here to Parks. Parks going to hand it off to Wilson. 2 minutes to go exactly and counting. Wilson beyond the arc, finding, this is Craig. Craig here to Parks. Parks underneath, puts it up, gets the basket. 37-33 is your score. 146 and counting. Here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it at the logo. Now going to the far side again, going right to left. Carbuccia to Bedial. Bedial with it. He's looking to hand it off. He does. This is Placide. Placide in the lane, looking. Bounce pass to nobody except the Rockets. The Rockets with it now. Parks. He's just chilling. Parks now to Blind. Blind going to take it up the court. He's going to the basket. Kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson driving in. Wilson back out to Vanderjack. Vanderjack spinning around in the lane. Kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson for three, and he gets it. Good basketball by Toledo. And it's now a 7-point game with 1:10 left to go in the first. Lou's gotta like it. Man, oh man, Lou has gotta like it, but we'll see. Can Toledo hold out for 70 seconds as they are up 7? Listen to this over watching any game. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, FK. 444. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. It is free. Again, don't hesitate to chat down below. Again, obviously, it's a little bit more harder. It's just difficult. It's just difficult to get to the chat during a basketball game. But I really do try, especially during commercial breaks. So don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to chat down below. And, of course, again, subscribe to the channel. Again, we're trying to make the push for 7,000 subscribers by opening day. I mean, that's definitely doable. We'll see. That is in like 10 days. So make sure, again, to subscribe. It is free. What are you waiting for? Press the button. Again, it'll say it up there. That's why I'm doing this. Think of it more as a follow. Think of it more as a follow button. All right, here's UMass. UMass with it as he just cuts inside, puts it up, can't get it. And he apparently was fouled. Late whistle. Looks like Carbuccia is going to be at the line. And Carbuccia... I put this down last night. I actually wasn't sure if this is actually true. Maybe they will let me know if this is true. But he's a 39% free throw shooter, and he's not a center. He's like a point guard. 39% free throw shooter. Again, I don't know if that's actually true. As there is the first. He made it look pretty smooth there. It's a little odd. Again, that shot looked really good. Here's the second. That one's no good. Missing the second. So he's a 50%er in this one. Toledo with it with just under a minute to go. 58 seconds and counting. This is Blyden. Blyden with it. He's going to the near side. Hands it off to Wilson. Wilson back over. He kicks it inside. Turned over. Taken away by UMass. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia inside to Bedial. Bedial puts it up. Can't get the friendly roll. Rebounded by Toledo, but there's a foul, I believe, on UMass, and it's going to be Toledo ball. Yeah, Bedial just couldn't make it, but then it looks like Placide just came in. No, pardon me, that was Indigwe. Indigwe just kept on just charging after the ball. Inbounding here, 40 seconds left. Looking good for Lou. Floating over here to Blyden. Blyden with it on the far side. Loses the ball, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Toledo. UMass players saying no. Challenge it. He's saying don't worry about it. All right, this is Wilson. Wilson with it. 29 seconds. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. This is Craig. Craig over to Wilson. Wilson now looking around as he finds here. This is Strong. Strong back to Craig. Craig to Blyden. Deep three. That's good. Oh, what a shot. 9-point game with 9 seconds to go. Lou should be good. Carbuccia with it. Carbuccia looking in. Step back three. That's an air ball, and that is going to do it. for the end of the first half. 43-34, Toledo leading by 9. Look at that. Congratulations, Lou. There you go. You get it. You get your -1.5. Give me your money. Yeah, no, you did good. FK liking it. Anthony, roll Rockets. Appreciate you, Anthony, for tuning in. As always. All right, let's look at the stats. That's not the stats. That is definitely not the stats. Give me a sec. All right. That was not... Yeah, we're going to go in. That is a preview what's to come. That's not happening yet. All right. Sanford, 2 points here for UMass. Mediol with 11. Indigwe with 2. Carbucci with 7. Banks, 3. Clark, 4 points. Placide, 3 points. Parker, 2 points. All right, now for Toledo. 8 points for Craig. Parks, 4 points. Strong with 7 points. Blind with 8 points. Wilson with 10 points. Owingo with 6 points. So there you go. Toledo, 61% from the field. That's pretty good. UMass, 45%. Rebounds about the same. From 3, Toledo shooting 50%. UMass, 20%. That is just not good. Good, yeah. Overlooking solid. I would say so. It's going to be pretty close, but yeah. I would say so. All right, Vanderbilt leading over Tennessee 62-55. North Texas, Tulsa 69 apiece. Let's see here. Duquesne leading VCU 26-25. St. John's leading Seton Hall 20-14. Final scores from earlier: Wisconsin over Illinois 91-88. Kennesaw State over Sam Houston 79-73. Michigan surviving against Ohio State 71-67. Florida over Kentucky 71-63. St. Louis over George Washington 88-81. Louisiana Tech 69. Missouri State 66. Charlotte 83. UAB 78. Prairie View 74. Alabama A&M 55. And Dayton 68. St. Bonaventure 63. There you go. That is how that's looking. UMass beats Miami of Ohio. And it's down 9. Yep. Well, it happens. It happens. That's basketball. It's March Madness for you. They fell victim to the madness, I think. That's what I think. Oh, is there any baseball on today? Baseball Classic? No, there's nothing. Well, actually, yeah. In about 30 minutes. Again, folks, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, before you go, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. It is free. Look at that. It says it right there. It's free. Think of it more as a follow. So, again, if you have enjoyed it, make sure to do so. Again, I cover a lot of basketball. Again, I'm going to do a lot of college basketball. Been doing a lot of it. And, of course, again, we're doing a lot of the, again, the NFL in the future. I mean, obviously we did in the past, but we're going to do it, obviously, this year. And, again, a lot of baseball. So make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel. It is free to do. If you're a sports fan, you definitely need to do it. And if you're not a sports fan, and you think you are, and you don't subscribe, well, okay, well, I guess you're not a sports fan. I guess you really don't like sports as much as you think. I guess you don't, because this is an up-and-coming channel. It really is. It really is. But, yeah, again, feel free to chat down below. Again, we're just kind of hanging out for halftime. Nothing really much to discuss. But, again, if you got anything to talk about the game, talk about the NFL, free agency kind of slowed down in the NFL. Nothing really happening today. Too big, anyway. Nothing crazy. So, yeah, other than that, yeah, feel free to discuss, talk about the game, talk about whatever you like. And I'll try to look at what I can do to keep the conversation going. I don't know what I'll see in my Twitter. Scroll past all this political stuff. Get to the sports. Let's see here. I don't know. Actually, jeez, what in the world's going on? I'm missing everything, apparently. In the non-sports world. Let's see. I know Rico Dowdle officially signed his contract today for the Steelers. And MLB The Show, I think, released, right? MLB The Show released. I'm not going to get it. Should I take Toledo second half spread? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's I don't know. That's up to you. I mean, -0.5. Yeah, like I don't know. That's a little crazy. That's a little just because I don't know. I feel like the Minutemen will make it a game here for sure. Of course, the Titans with their new logo. Honestly, I don't see why they just didn't do this. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it there, but that would make more sense to do the flame. Just redesign the colors. These teams have any chance in the NCAA tournament? I mean, if they... Are you talking about, like, if they were to make it? I mean, probably not. But you never know. I mean, you never know. You never know how it goes. Again, that's the thing with March Madness. Like, it's crazy. Upsets happen all the time. So, just any given day, somebody's off, someone woke up, wasn't feeling it, and the underdog was. That's the thing. The underdog mentality can take you pretty far. It really can. It really can. I mean, I kind of use it myself. I really do. I really do. Can't find anything really to discuss. There's really nothing. I mean, it's insane. Apparently, a lot of stuff's happening in the non-sports world. Anything can happen. Oh yeah, for sure. What's a good game for a bet? I wouldn't know, Lou. You'd have that's up to you and probably the chat. Like the logo with the Oilers colors minus the Flames. Oh, you don't like the Flames? I like the Flames. I like the Flames. I really got, yeah. I just don't like I don't know. To me, it just looks so plain. It just looks minimal, and it could be one of those things. Well, what if that was like the Oilers logo or something like that in the past, and maybe I'd probably like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a guy that doesn't like new things. But I don't know. I think it just looks so boring. That's the thing. But yeah, I'm going to have to download that logo, I guess, soon. Let's see. San Diego State got in a few years ago. Yeah, San Diego State's, don't they usually have some decent teams? You think UMass plus 7.5 looks good for the overall game? Yeah, I would say so. I think UMass will make it a game for sure. I think it'll come down to the wire. I really do. I should actually try to download that logo right now. I have it on my mind. AI generated? Yeah. Probably. I don't know. I feel like they just missed, man. Like the actual uniforms are great. They really did a great job with that. Like with those logos. They really did. Not the logos, the uniforms. I was very impressed. But man, talk about a swing and a miss. That's how I feel about it. They swung and missed. Do I do the white outline or the red outline? Trying to think for the thumbnails. It might be beneficial just do the white outline. Yeah, I don't know. I'll download both and I'll just play with it. How long before the game starts back up? Man, probably about 10 minutes. I haven't really gone too much time. Not too much time has passed. So, yeah, probably about another 10 minutes, if I had to guess. Just kind of hanging out. I think if UMass wins the game, they go on and win the MAC. I mean, I don't know. Akron's pretty good. I mean, I don't really know too much about college basketball. I love college basketball. I don't really know too much. Like, I'm not going to pretend I know about, like, all the teams, right? But I don't know. I think Akron's pretty good. Let's go Tennessee 1, and then we'll name you Tennessee 2. Just looks less USFL, UFL now, and more NFL. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up with it. I mean, it's probably what it is. I mean, you grew up with the Oilers, so that would make sense. I mean, I grew up with the Titans. I just downloaded this one. What an idiot. I'm an idiot. This guy is an idiot. Yeah, no, I think that might be it. I just grew up with the Titans. So that's probably why I think it's, pretty... It's a good logo. I thought it was a good logo. I just didn't think the uniform was good. I just felt like they should have... I don't know. I saw like a... like a helmet that someone just did, and it was like the same, the same color scheme currently, but they put like the Titans logo with it now with the current Titans colors, which again, it was kind of like that. It looked really good. It looked really good. But it's just a shield. It's so plain. Again, I feel like that's the way with like the NBA logos. They look so boring. Everything's like a circle. It's like they're trying to make it for an app. It's really what it looks like. They're trying to make the logo for the app, for the branding, rather than all these creative logos that they used to have in the 2000s. And that's my issue with it. That all looks corporate, and I hate that. Halftime is 15 minutes, but they don't start the clock until after the coach interview. No, I did not know that. Do you think Miami, Ohio gets into the March Madness? They better. They better. I'll be really upset if they don't. That'll be pretty disgusting if they don't, honestly. Really disgusting if they do. If they put like again, the common team everyone's talking about is Auburn has 16 losses. Like, let's give them credit for losing a lot. Oh, well, they played tough teams. Oh, they lost, though. So does that mean they're actually good? No. Oh, but they beat Florida. Well, they lost to a lot of teams that were worse than Florida. So what is that? Is that a fluke or not? Yeah, probably. So, yeah, you just got to think about it for a few seconds, and then the conclusion's there. But people don't want to take the few seconds to think about it. I miss the Oilers. They had a great team with Warren Moon playing. Yeah, I never got to see Warren Moon play, or never saw the Houston Oilers play. But, yeah, I heard like the last team in Houston was good, and then they kind of fell apart or something like that because of the move. Then they became the Tennessee Oilers for a little bit. Then they had Steve McNair. Steve McNair was pretty good. I remember watching McNair with the Titans, and then with the Ravens towards the end of his career. And then that led to Flacco. SEC needs about 10 teams in the tournament, apparently. They need all the teams. You like the old Supersonics jersey? Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch the Supersonics, but I know the logo. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like just, I don't know. It looks like I don't know. It's back in the fun days, right? Like the green and yellow. Then they have like red, the outline of the Sonics or something. Do you think U.S. beats Canada? They better. Like I said, they better do it. I mean, I don't know. It seems like they're not taking it seriously. Let me go ahead and try to actually pull up the Supersonics. If I can do it without typing as much, because I don't know. They'd be the Thunder going. Oh, wow. So it's not under the Thunder. I have to find my own old team. Supersonics. Okay, they didn't. Okay, yeah. So the one I remember is the one with the red. Yeah, right there. The one that, like from 95, 96 to 01. That's what I remember. But yeah. Then they became the Thunder. Thunder's all right, you know. But I don't watch the NBA anymore. I just don't find it entertaining. What's the U.S. lineup today? I don't know. They usually announce that like an hour before. I don't know. Again, JJ is going to be on the call for that. JJ will know a lot more about it. I know a lot of people are going to be calling it tonight. A lot of people. So kind of taking a risk because I know a lot of people are going to be watching that. So I'm taking a risk covering college basketball. You know, if it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, whatever. Just wanted to get some streams in because I won't be on tomorrow. Again, sorry about that, folks. You know, if that's the reason you're not subbing, well, I'm sorry. You know, it is what it is. But I won't be here tomorrow, as I'll be driving in about a combined 10, 11 hours. So that's what I'll be doing. Can you show us the screen? No, I cannot. I cannot do that. That is illegal, believe it or not. If you remember, you know, if you watched any NFL game, you'll hear like any, you know, viewer without consent of the NFL is prohibited or something like that, or whatever. Any video or audio. So yeah, pretty much the same thing applies to like anything. I know that's kind of common with college sports. You get to see it on YouTube. And that's great. But there are certain channels that do ban the game. Like this one. You're very welcome. No problem. At least you're nice about it. Usually people are jerks, and then they're yeeted. They're gone. What do you think about the Bucks this year? Yeah, again, sorry, John. I don't really follow too much of the NBA. I think I tuned in last night for a friend who was covering the Sixers. The Bucks, to my knowledge, should be all right? But apparently they're not. They're 27-38. I didn't even know that. So, looks like they're rebuilding. And that's just the thing. Like, it's so... The quality of the NBA is just bad. It's just bad. Like, tanking's so bad. Load management. Like, don't even play basketball anymore. You can pretty much run the ball. It's like a handoff to the running back. You're running down the court. You can put your hand under the ball now. It's so, I don't know. I can't. It's not basketball. It's not basketball. But people like it. That's great. I don't. So I won't be really covering that at all. Again, I might cover the finals. And just know, when I do, it is genuinely going to be a fake reacting. I will be excited. But, it'll just me pretending to really enjoy the game. Because I can't. It's so unenjoyable for me. What do you think about the Steelers quarterback? Should draft two quarterbacks? I don't think that would be the solution. I don't know if they'll go with Rodgers. We are back. I'll get to more of that in a sec as UMass with it again, going left to right. Almost losing the ball here is UMass, but they do have it. This is Ndigwe. Ndigwe driving to the hoop, looking around, trying to put it up, puts it up, and gets the basket. Again, we're back. It's a 7-point game. 43-36 is your score. Toledo up by 7. Toledo with it. This is Blyden. Blyden with it. Floats it here to Parks. Parks looking around in the lane. Kicks it out here for 3. That's going to be good. Wow. Nice shots. 10-point game. Toledo up by, 46-36. 19-10 left to go here in the second half as this is Sanford. Sanford to Bettiol. Bettiol off the glass. Gets the friendly roll. 46-38. All right, here's Wilson. Wilson at the logo, guarded there by Carbuccia. Bounce pass here to Parks. Parks looking around, finding Craig. Craig here to Wilson. Wilson beyond the arc. Back to Parks. Parks looking around. He's now inching his way towards the basket in the lane. Kicks it out to Wilson. To Strong. Strong, long 2. That one's good. Strong. With some nice shots to start off the second half. Again, he had some turnovers in the first. Maybe have put that behind him. Carbuccia with it. Back to Bettiol. Bettiol on the lane. Spinning around. Kicks it back to Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it at the logo as he finds Ndigwe. Ndigwe with it. Back to Banks. 9 left to shoot. Carbuccia. Oh, Banks with a deep 3. That one's going to be in and out. Rebounded by Craig of Toledo. Toledo now with it. Again, 18:07 left to go here in the second half. As this is a Blyden. Blyden driving in. Puts it up. Oh, what a move. Oh, that was pretty cool. Went underneath. I don't know. You just had to see it. You'll see it on the highlights if you look it up later. Here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia just going straight to the rim. That was the easiest 2 points you'll ever see. Lacking of defense. Inspired by the NBA, I guess. 17:43 left to go here in the second. Here is Wilson. Wilson looking around to Parks. Parks with it beyond the arc as he hands it off here to Blyden. Blyden for 3. That's going to be short. Rebounded by Sanford. Sanford now taking up again, going left to right. As Sanford thinks about going in. He does. Sanford, though, floats it back to Banks. Banks back to Carbuccia. Again, 17:20 left to go here in the second. Carbuccia finding Bettiol. Bettiol in the lane. 2 steps. Puts it up. Offensive foul. So they will, give me a sec. Did they call that? No, they called it. They called a block. I thought, okay, my bad. So Bettiol actually did get the shot and an and one. I thought it was a blocking motion, so that's on me. Bettiol will go to the line. He's a 71% free throw shooter. He has 15 points already. As there we go. That one is going to be too short. Rebounded and last touched by, actually went off of UMass. All right, here we go. Toledo again going to be inbounding 17-12 left to go. You got to describe it to us. What other people are listening you can't see. I know that's the whole point, right? I couldn't describe it. Basketball's too fast. All right, this is Strong. Strong with it. Looking around to Blyden. Blyden with it at the logo. He's looking around, going to the far side. Blyden fighting Strong. Strong working his way in. Back to Blyden. Blyden to Wilson. Wilson spinning around. Floats it back to Strong. Strong for three. That's going to be too short. Rebounded, though, by... No! Taken away by UMass. I thought Blyden sure had it, but he did not. Carbucci in the lane. Passes back over to Bettiol. Bettiol hook shot. That's too strong. And taken away by the Rockets. 16:30 left to go here in the second. They're moving quickly. Little floater there. That's going to be good. Really, I mean, again, like, Toledo just moves fast. They just will... They'll have a guy already moving down when the shot is had, and then UMass wasn't even in position. 10-point game, as there's a floater there, and that one is good. Made by Sanford. Back and forth we go. 52-44 is your score. All right, here we go. Blyden now on the near side. Kicks it to Wilson on the far side. Back to Blyden. Underneath to Parks. Parks to Craig. Craig puts it up. He's fouled and gets the basket. Looks like we will have a TV timeout. 15:54 left to go in the second half. Toledo up by 10. All right, what do we got here? What did I miss? What did I miss? I missed a lot. Pirates. Oh, the Pirates? Oh, the Pirates? I think they could be all right. I think they could be contending for a wild card. NBA is not even basketball. That's how I feel. Need a younger quarterback? Yeah, I know. I completely agree, but if we do the final, again, I don't know, Bob. We'll see. We'll see. I got to play it by ear. Daryl's going with UMass money line. We'll see what happens. Think Chamberlain's single game record will be broken soon. The way the NBA plays, yeah, honestly. Real J-Man going with the UMass. Yep. Let's see here. Let's see what channel. This is on CBS Sports Network. You must got to play Lockdown D season online. Yep. Listen to you watching Tennessee. Appreciate you, RB, for tuning in. UMass is what your woman calls you, but without the M. That is tough. That is tough, DJ. All right, let's see what's going on. Vanderbilt leading by 3, 69-66 over Tennessee. Tulsa leading 75-73 over North Texas. That's in a double overtime. Let's see. VCU leading by 10 at the half, 39-29 over Duquesne. St. John's 30, Seton Hall 23. And then South Carolina State 8, Howard 8. That is in the MEAC semifinal. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, before you go, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Helps out the channel as my voice is starting to give away because I need this. Yeah, make sure, again, to subscribe. It is free. It'll say it up there. And, of course, again, I do a lot of college basketball. This will be the first of 3 games today. Hopefully it is a successful day. But, again, I'll be calling a lot of the March Madness tournament. Hopefully I'll see you back for a few of those games. And, again, we got a lot of MLB on the channel in the near future. And, of course, again, NFL. A lot of NFL, not just the Steelers channel. So keep that in mind. Well, I don't want to follow a Steelers guy. Well, I am a Steelers guy. But we cover everybody. Again, not just the Steelers. Everybody at least once. How's it going, Johnsy? Good to see you once again. Working our way back again. Toledo, 10-point lead with a chance for an 11. This guy, Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I don't have any Dr. Pepper on me. Can't drink Dr. Pepper on the stream because then it'll mess up the... I don't know, you can't speak clearly. Well, I can anyway. And yeah, that emoji won't be there much longer. Once baseball starts, we'll have it with we'll have actual MLB teams there replacing that one and the Pop-Tarts ones. All right, again, Toledo at the line to complete the 3-point play. This is Craig, who's a 77% free throw shooter. As Craig releases, that one is good. All right, 44-55. Toledo with the 55 up by 11. Here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it at the logo as he goes over here to Ndigwe. Ndigwe back to Carbuccia. Carbuccia in the lane. Throws it away. Taken away by Toledo. Racing down here is Wilson. Wilson spinning around in the lane, and it's taken away by UMass. And now they're going to call, I think, a jump ball or maybe a foul on Wilson. I think it is a foul on Wilson. Looks like it'll go with UMass. UMass needs to get it going. They are coming off a big one. They are. And that, again, it's March Madness. You know, you beat one team. You know, like the 16 seed beat the 1 seed that year, UMBC over Virginia. Well, I think then they lose the next round. So, I mean, it's just the way it goes. It's March. Anything could happen on any day. As this is Bedial. Bedial with it here for UMass, finding Sanford. Sanford looking around. Bounce pass to Bedial. Bedial in the lane. Hook shot off the glass. Nice shot. That's good. Back to a 9-point game as Toledo already moving quickly. Wilson go to the basket, and it's good. I mean, it's like the same thing. UMass not ready for it. Toledo just moving too fast. UMass just lollygagging everywhere. Here's Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it behind the arc as he hands it off to Bedial. Bedial to Ndigwe. Ndigwe back to Carbuccia. Carbuccia driving inside, looking for contact. Bounce pass, looking to Banks. Banks for 3. That's in and out. Rebounded by UMass. There was a foul on UMass. That was on Ndigwe. And that's going to be Toledo ball. Do the NFL? I mean, I'll do the NFL. This poor guy is a Pirates fan. You know, it'll be a long season from get rid of Mr. 90. The Buccos should see brighter days. InCon. I obviously know this, but I appreciate it for tuning in. As here's Vanderjack. Vanderjack back over to Blyden. Blyden to Wilson. Wilson hands it off to Craig. Craig for a jumper. That's good. No, more known as a Steelers guy. Pirates are really more of the, in the off season. Anyway, Bedial with it. He's beyond the arc. Hands it off to Banks. Banks with a jab step. Driving inside. Pulling up. Passes inside. This is, well, I don't even know that is Bedial. Bedial has it stripped and taken away by Toledo. Now he's on the ground, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession still with Toledo. As Craig still on the ground. He actually got kicked by a teammate accidentally, of course. I've been to a Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco. I have not. I didn't know there was one in Waco. That's only 4 hours away. I got to do that. How much time left? 13:57. 13:57. Yeah, it's been a few minutes since I gave the time. My bad. 13:57 left to go here in the second half. Again, Toledo up by 13. Looks like we're going to see a little bit more of a press from the Minutemen. All right, inbounding here to Wilson. Wilson to Blyden. Blyden with it down the near side back to Wilson. Again, Toledo up by 13. With the ball going right to left. Going to the far side is Wilson. Wilson heavily guarded. Finding this is Owinga. Owinga back to Wilson. Wilson to Vanderjack. Vanderjack to Blyden. Blyden turning around. 5 to shoot. Vanderjack for a deep 3. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded, though, by Toledo, and Toledo puts it in. Toledo just looks like they have more energy today. But again, still plenty of time. 13:20 to go. But UMass is down by 15 as Carbuccia takes a timeout. 13:16 left to go. Again, Toledo, pardon me. Up by 15, 61-46. Pirates, yep. Go Rockets. Looking good there, Ranger. Toledo looking pretty good. Good you're coming for O'Neal Cruz. I hope so. He needs something. Thanks for coming to UMass. No problem. No problem there. No problem. But yeah, we'll see again. They put a little bit more money on the offense. I mean, you get an average offense for the Pirates with the pitching that they have. I think a wild card. The third wild, I'm not saying we'll get it, but we can compete for that for sure. I think they can, at least September won't be a it shouldn't be a letdown. We'll see, though. It probably is. Defense. Yep. How much time again? We got 13-16 left to go in the second. Blyden is good. He is really good. Blyden today with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. He has done a great job. But now not to be outdone, though, by Craig. Craig with 13 points. Wilson with 14. So, again, those the 3 Musketeers there for Toledo have done a great job as they have a combined 39 points for Toledo. Really good. We'll see again. UMass, again, they beat Miami of Ohio. And believe it or not, UMass played Toledo only once this year, and UMass actually beat Toledo 84-82 in their previous matchup. So, yeah, that stuff does, I think matter, but we'll see. Total right now, I guess with the math, would be 107. 107 right now. Another day with multiple starters and double figures. Great team basketball. Yeah, they're looking really good. Toledo seems to be with a lot of energy right now. Again, they've multiple times, as soon as UMass will score or whether it's a miss, Toledo's pushing it down the court really quickly, and UMass doesn't seem to be ready for that. So, yeah, that's a little bit of concern if you are pulling for UMass here, have bets on them or whatnot. They're definitely not playing with the same energy that Toledo has for sure. All right, working our way back here. 13-16 left to go here in the second half. Toledo up by 15. And again, the winner, of course, will be going to the MAC championship for a chance. Well, I guess, if they win that one, they definitely will be going to the big dance, the March Madness tournament. I think this should be a 2-bid league. That's just me again. I am not just saying that because I'm covering a MAC game. I definitely have felt that way with Miami, Ohio. They should definitely be in as long with the MAC winner. What you guess for the total, man? I don't know. It's your guess is as good as mine, man. All right, here we go. This is plus 3.5. Tyler, I don't know. All right. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia over here to Wembley. Banks now with it. Pump fakes. Kicks it inside. Puts it up and gets the baskets. 13-point game. 61-48. Toledo again looking pretty good, but we'll see if that timeout for UMass helped him out. This is Wilson. Wilson at the logo. He's looking around, setting the pick by Craig. Back to Blyden. Blyden floats it inside to a Wingo. Wingo in the lane. Floater. That's going to be too short. Rebounded by UMass. Again, they need these stops. They also need baskets. Here we go. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia to Ndigwe. Ndigwe spinning around. Puts it off the glass. Gets the basket and the foul. It's now an 11-point game, and of course you'll have a chance to make it a 10-point game as Ndigwe is a 70% free throw shooter. Please answer. I need to place a bet. I don't know. Again, you just go with your gut. If you need to place a bet, I would say you might need to call a certain number. You probably need to call a number, a certain hotline. UMass in trouble, need to slow them down. Yeah, we'll see. You are useless. Apparently I know as much as you, so what does that make you then? Yeah, appreciate you, though, for tuning in, but I think you might have to be... I don't know. I might give you a chance. Tell you what, you're just banned for 24 hours. That's it. Come back later when you're feeling better. He did miss the free throw. I think. Actually, I don't know. 61-50 is what it says on here. ESPN give me a different score. He did make it. 61-51. I'll adjust it in a second here as Wilson. Wilson back to Blyden. Blyden inside to Vanderjack. Vanderjack kicks it out. Oh, it's stolen away by UMass. UMass with it down the far side. He puts it up and gets the baskets. 61-53. It's now an 8-point game. 11:52 and counting. All right, this is Wilson. Wilson at the far side. Bounce pass in here to Blyden. Blyden with it on the near side. Again, UMass kind of coming alive here. Still not over. As he's looking to the far side. Passes inside to Vanderjack. Vanderjack to Wilson. Wilson for three. That's too strong. Rebounded by the Minutemen. We'll see. This is going to be interesting. Here is Parker to Banks. Banks with it beyond the arc. He's looking around. Jacks up a three. That's too strong, but rebounded by UMass. Puts it up, and he's fouled. And I believe, well, I don't know actually what they called. Looks like it's a TV timeout. I guess we'll find out after. I know it's a foul on Toledo. Don't know if they're going to call it a shot or not. But it's an 8-point game. 61-53, 11-17 to go. This is getting interesting. Flip a coin. Yeah, I've called. They helped me make a parlay. Oh, jeez. That's crazy. You don't have a timer, so yeah. So I don't. I don't know how. I've asked around. I haven't really gotten an answer for OBS. I don't know. I have to download like more software. It's weird. Let's see. Yep, defense leads offense. It does. Staying alive, they are. Timeout was what they needed. Yeah, they are cooking now. They've definitely turned it up. But again, you know, now there's a commercial break slowing down the momentum. But we'll see. Pretty good. Let's see. Toledo got started attacking the rim. Yep. Toledo can't make threes. There's a stream of this. Again, it's on CBS Sports. Every game has a channel. I assure you, YouTube is not a legit TV website. I know it's kind of crazy to think about, you know, college sports, right? But yeah, it's on CBS Sports Network. It's not a legit website. There is YouTube TV, and then there's YouTube. A little bit different. Little bit different. This hole's going to be close. It is, honestly, Tron. Yeah, I know you need the under. It is. It'll be interesting. Over 159 looking solid. It might be trending that way, yeah. It'll be close. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, feel free to vote down below who you got winning. UMass, 61% of the viewers with UMass. And that is despite the fact that Toledo has led, I'm not even kidding, 94% of the game. So there you go. Toledo has, you know, the largest lead was 15 points. UMass had a 1-point lead earlier. That was in the first half. But yeah, pretty crazy. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to leave a like and of course subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. ESPN has projected 160. Yeah, that would. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think it's gonna be pretty close to that. They're gonna be approaching the 80s. It'll be interesting. It will be close. But yeah, make sure you're gonna do it. Again, I cover a lot of the NFL as well, not just Steelers games. Cover everyone else. I covered everyone at least once last year. That is the goal again for year 2. As again, believe it or not, if you've ever, again, just saying this. Just kind of a little flex here. Again, if you ever heard of Tom Grossi, Football Nation, I'm not kidding. I actually have more subscribers than they had through 1 year. I am not kidding. I am not joking. This channel will be successful. Would love to have you guys for the ride. Would love to. If not, it's all good. I will see you later for sure. Again, 11-17 and here left to go in the second half. I just ran it on how good I am. Now I can't speak. UMass going to be inbounding here as he floats it near to Banks. Banks with it beyond the arc. Looking around to the far side. Turning around as Banks floats it in. Puts it up and he's stuffed and it's going to go out of bounds and they're going to say it's remaining with UMass. Sanford tried to put it up but was really just, again, kind of blocked there. 11:07 left to go here in the second half. Parker going to be inbounding. Here again on the near side. Referee, I don't know, talking to somebody. All right, inbounding here is Parker. Parker to Clark. Clark to Banks. Banks with the beyond the arc. As he's looking around, passes in the near corner. Parker for 3. That's short. Rebounded by Parker. Parker and Banks. Banks with it. Banks spinning around in the lane. He hop steps. Floater. That is in and out. And rebounded there by Toledo. Toledo now with it. Kicks it out here to Strong. Again, they're up by 8 with 10:40 to go here in the second half. Blind with it at the logo. Trying to get some space. As Blind driving inside. Floater. That's too strong. Tipped away and rebounded by UMass. Clark hands it off here to Parker as Parker making his way down the court, going left to right. Clark with it again, back to Parker. Parker with it. He's looking, jacks up a three. That's too strong. And taken away by UMass. UMass in and out. Clark with the rebound. He puts it up. He's fouled. UMass showing a lot more effort here in the last, I would say, 3 or 4 minutes of game time. And Clark will go to the line, who is a 44% free throw shooter. Not the best, but he is a big guy. Vandal got it at 162. Oh, man. Many of us are just UMass long-suffering fans. Oh, man. Yeah, I know UMass had a tough year of football. Familiar with the Grossi Pasta? Oh, yeah. No, he's great. Again, big fan of Tom Grossi for sure. As there is the first. That one is good. Making the first. Yeah, he actually rated the channel 3 times. I can't believe it. Most people are lucky to get 1. If that. I was very blessed, really, this year. So, I don't know. Hopefully it's a sign for the future. That one's in and out. It's rebounded by Toledo. Toledo up by a touchdown. 61-54. 10:05 left to go. Toledo moving quickly, but UMass is on it. As here's Wilson. Wilson at the logo. Kicks it out here to Blyden. Blyden back over to the far side. This is strong. Back to Blyden. Blyden underneath to Wilson. Wilson floater. It's good. 63-54 is your score. All right, UMass with it. Sanford to Parker. Parker looking around, trying to find a teammate, finding one at Banks. Banks again on the near side, going left to right. 9:35 and counting here in the second. As Banks inside is Sanford. Sanford bounce pass to Clark. Clark off the glass, but doesn't get the shot. Goes out of bounds, and it's timeout. Toledo calling a timeout midair. We've seen that so many times the last, really, I would say the last 6 months of actual basketball. Really cool stuff. But yeah, timeout with 9:25 left to go in the second half. If you want to be like Football Nation Grossi, you need to pull the trigger on new software for a timer and stats. Grossi doesn't even use a timer. He just has his own scoreboard. But yeah, I know Football Nation has a timer for sure. I'll look into it, but we'll see. How do we have Korea? I don't know. Again, I don't remember how it went. Let's see. ESPN back at 158. It'll be close. Like I said, Tron, it's going to be close. Class Taylor giving up a ton of offensive boards. Well, on that possession they did. The rebounds I thought were close. Well, yeah. So UMass now at 26. Toledo at 24. Let's see here. You want to see OT? We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be... I kind of don't. I got 3 games, so I kind of don't want overtime. Back to watch Vandy finish Tennessee. Oh, wow. How's it going, Chris? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah. Hopefully you recover well. Hopefully you cover well. I saw Wisconsin. I think they won earlier, if I recall. Grossi have a timer? I don't think. No, Grossi doesn't have a timer. As Toledo inside in the lane, puts it up and gets the baskets. That was not really a great coverage there by CBS Sports Network. Coming back, and we're already in play, but that's CBS Sports for you. As here's Sanford. Sanford with it beyond the arc. Driving inside. Bounce pass inside. Looking around. Finding, oh my goodness, Carbuccia. Carbuccia here to Bettiol. Bettiol on the lane. Looking. Trying to kick it out. Finding Carbuccia. Carbuccia driving the lane. Hop step. Puts it up. Gets the basket. Nice kiss off the glass there. 9-point game. 65-56. All right, here is Blyden. Blyden over to Wilson. Wilson on the far side. 8:30 and counting here in the second. Going to the far side. Kicks it out to the near side. This is, again, Blyden. Blyden to Parks. Parks. Covered by Carbuccia. Floats it to Craig. Craig back over to Blyden. Blyden. Oh, bad pass by Blyden. Intercepted by the Minutemen. Slowly making his way is Parker. Parker with it. Just over 8 to go. Finding here, this is Wembley. Haven't seen him in a while. Bettiol puts it up and is fouled. Bettiol will go to the line for a couple. 71% free throw shooter. How do you feel about the Rico Dowdle? I think it's good. I mean, I would have rather had Kenny Gainwell, but, you know, I don't know. I'm really sad about Kenny. Kenny was great last year. He really was. He was a treat to watch. But maybe Rico can be pretty good as well. So I'm going to be optimistic. I think it was a good signing. Don't forget to hit the like. Appreciate you, Chris. Again, I try. You have to work a few more hours tomorrow. It's by choice to make some money. Hey, extra money is always good. For sure. Again, an 8-point game. 8:02 left to go. Benial, again, a 71% free throw shooter. Missed a couple already today. So you can say he's already missed his, so he should be good for the rest of the game. As Benial releases, that one's good. Back to a touchdown game, 65-58. All right, here we go. This is Toledo, again on the far side, 7:57 and counting. As this is Blind. Blind inside of Strong. Strong with it. Back to Blind. Back to Wilson. Wilson to Strong. Strong with it at the logo. Back to Blyden. Blyden. Back to Wilson. A lot of Blyden and Wilson. That's really been the thing here. Strong now with it. Back to Blyden as he has it in the corner. Driving inside. Floater for Blyden. That's going to be short. And taken away by UMass. What is this camera angle? Please go away. I can't see a thing. Now going to the far side, it's Banks. Banks with it. Banks loses the ball. It's taken away by Strong, who slams it home for an easy 2. Back to a 9-point game. Here are the Minutemen. 7:13 and counting. Here's Banks. Banks with it. Garbuccia with it at the logo. Garbuccia looking around, floats it to Benial. Benial with it. Benial driving in the lane. Euro step, puts it up. That was so easy. That was not good defense at all by Toledo. As it's now a 7-point game. Kicks it to Strong. Strong for 3, and it's back to a 10-point game. Strong. Strong looks pretty good here in the second half. A rough first one, but a great second as UMass with it, and he is pushed out of bounds. We're going to call a foul. A foul on Strong. Strong now with 17 points. He has really turned it up. So 6:39 left to go. Again, an official TV timeout. Let's see. Go Wisconsin. CBS is just... So CBS is fine, but CBS Sports Network is genuinely terrible. It's kind of shocking considering how good CBS really is with coverage. But CBS Sports Network, garbage. We're like watching Gainwell. Yeah, Gainwell's great. You're a Lions fan, so I know all too well Gainwell. Yeah, Gainwell was really good. Yeah, sorry, Ranger. That was a tough game. That was a tough one. But you guys should be good for next year. I would say the Lions will be back in the playoffs. But I myself were like, after that loss, I didn't have them winning the division. But I also had them making the playoffs, so I guess I was wrong like everyone else. Let's see. Again, appreciate you, Incon. I'll call you Con. Appreciate you, man, for being friendly in the chat. Ranger liking it. Good slam. Keep it up. Yeah, no, for sure. Again, thank you guys for hanging out. Again, a 10-point game with 6:39 to go. Again, if you are liking what you're listening to, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. It is free. Look at that. It says it right there. Think of it more as a follow. Follow there on Twitter or, on Instagram, whatever you social media. Pretty much like that. It's not an actual subscription. Make sure, again, to subscribe. It is free as can be. As again, we're closing in on 7,000 subscribers as we're beginning year 2 with some March Madness coverage. Again, doing a lot of baseball, of course. But again, the main thing is football. Again, if you're an NFL fan, college football, I do it. I really do cover a lot of it. Again, when you see me covering a college game, probably not going to be a stream you can watch on YouTube. Just saying. I kind of know what is allowed and what is not allowed. I've done the research. That's really how I'm getting ahead, is by kind of out thinking and all that stuff. So that is where, anyway, football is where I am really at my best, and I think the channel is at its best. So make sure, again, to subscribe. Again, it's not just a Steelers channel. I do cover everybody. I covered everybody at least once last year. Would love to do that again this year for sure. Yeah, 3 games every Sunday. Obviously, Steelers take 1. But again, if the Steelers play on Monday or Thursday, then it's 3 games that are not Steeler games. And so on. Monday, Thursday, Maction Tuesday. It's USA Wednesday or vice versa. I don't know. But yeah, again, a lot of sports on the channel. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we'd actually hit 7,000, which is the goal to hit by, again, the next 10 days for opening day. Would be great. Just saying. You got 2 more games? Yes. Covering 2 more games after this. Doing the other MAC game. Kent State and Akron. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of a break. I think I will get a little bit of a break, but the game that right after that is going to be Nevada and Utah State, and that one I don't think I'll have any break. So I'll probably miss a little bit of that, but oh well. Penn State football or Texas? Well, I do live in Texas. I'm a Pennsylvanian born. I don't like either, to be honest with you. All right, this is UMass. UMass with the ball, losing the ball on the ground. Clark with it, and looks like they're going to call I don't know if they're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a steal. What in the world just happened? I don't know. I guess we'll see what happened here. Yeah, sorry. I don't like either. I'm surrounded by Texas fans, and I was raised to be a Pitt fan. I know they're terrible, but so I don't like Penn State, but I don't know. Gun to the head, out of the two. I mean, I don't know. I like Arch, but that's really it, and I don't know. It's a whole thing. Anyway, Wilson with it. Wilson to Craig. Craig back to Wilson as Toledo with it. Again, 6:20 and counting here in the second half. Back over to Strong. Strong with it on the near side as Strong thought about the three. Kicks it to Vanderjack. Vanderjack's stumbling, but he is recovering. Back to Strong. Strong finding Wilson. Wilson back to Vanderjack. Vanderjack for three. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded there by UMass. Again, a 10-point game. As here is Parker. Parker with it. Driving in. Looking for the foul. Parker pump fakes. Sanford now with it in the lane. Puts it up. He's fouled. Doesn't get the basket. But he'll go to the line, and he is a 63% free throw shooter. It's hard to find good coverage of Mac. I did a lot of Mac last year. Yes, that was really fun, doing the Maction. And again, I don't know how you'll feel about this comment. I'll be honest, you're never going to really see me say something that I don't mean. But Maction, I genuinely liked it. It's not because the football was good. Let's just say that. It was really some of the most entertaining games, though. It's the best bad football you ever see. And, of course, combined with, CBS Sports Network is covering it. I mean, you don't even see the game. You miss plays. like they're so bad. But, again, it's just usually wacky and fun. I really genuinely enjoyed covering those midseason college games or midweek college games. He does make the second. But, no, I'll definitely do it again this year. That was really enjoyable. Wilson with it on the near side, kicking out in the corner. Here's Strong. Strong going to the basket now, reversing. Hands it off here to Wilson. Wilson at the logo. Again, 5:37 to go, 9-point game. Finding Strong in the corner. Passes inside, deflected away by UMass with the steal. Nice. Nice play there. Sanford here to Carbuccia. Carbuccia driving inside, looking around. Hands it off to Banks. Banks to Sanford. Back to Banks. Banks looking around. Passes inside to Clark. Clark. Back to Carbuccia. Carbuccia, cross court to Sanford, who drives inside. Floater's going to be short and taken away by Parks. Parks with to Wilson. Wilson already at the end. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Kicks it out for three. Too strong. Rebounded by UMass. All right, 5 minutes to go. Here's UMass again, down by 9. They got to get a basket here. They got to get something going. Bounce pass inside here to Clark. Clark looking around, finding, well, he thought about Banks. Banks is covered. Still looking, finding Carbuccia. 7 left to shoot. Carbuccia driving inside. Off the glass is going to be last touched by UMass as the ball went down. I don't know what Clark was doing. I think it went off his leg. But Toledo with it with 4:31 to go. See, again, I'll get to the chat at next commercial break. I do apologize. I really try to get to the chat as often as I can. All right, here's Wilson. Wilson back to Blyden. Blyden with the logo, floating it into Craig. Craig to Strong. Strong for three. That's too strong. Rebounded by UMass. UMass losing the ball and diving for it, but couldn't quite get it. You got to respect Banks going all out. Oh, my goodness. It was a pass that went off the chest of a player who wasn't ready for it. Then it went off the leg of Banks, who just, again, trying to get the ball before it goes out of bounds. A-plus effort for Banks, but unfortunately an F result as Toledo is going to have it with 4:13, up by 9. All right, here's Craig. Craig back to Wilson. Wilson driving inside, looking floater. That's good. Toledo up by 11 once again. 72-61 Carbuccia with it at the logo. Guarded by Strong as Carbuccia hands it off to Banks. Banks to Clark. Clark over here to the far side to Wembley. Wembley checking in late as Wembley driving inside looking for a teammate. Finding here is Ndigwe. Ndigwe puts it up. He is not fouled. Clark with the rebound puts it up. He's fouled. And he will head to the line for a couple of shots. But after the commercial break, 3:36 and count, or not counting, 3:36 left to go here in the second half. 72-61 Toledo leading. All right, what do we got? Hope this game stays under 158. We're at 133. You're looking good. You're looking good, Smurf. So one of them unicorns, yeah, it was bad. You're at the Pitt Toledo Bowl. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was bad. Subscriber here, appreciate it, Rec. Good to see you. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Are they in the bonus? I'll look for it after. I don't think so. Rio's pitching for Korea. Gotcha. The Denny Lions, yeah, a lot of stuff happening at Penn State for sure. Steelers bye week, cover 3. Yeah, that is true. Steelers bye week. Again, if there's 4 games on, like if there's the Europe game, I'll be covering again. You know, whatever. I'll cover 4 games. That's rough, but I'll do it. Weeknight action is all substance, so no splash. Just football for the love of football. Oh, yeah. Fortunately, UMass brought the football team down. Yeah, a lot of people clowning on UMass. And, I mean, I was doing it at the beginning, honestly. Just because that's all I can think about. I think of UMass. I think of the 0-12 record. Tulsa game took forever, really. Man. UMass can get a couple of stops and score. Yeah, it could be. It could be. We'll see. We'll see. UMass. Yeah. UMass was that was what I covered, I think, 2 UMass games, and yeah, that was in the chat. UMass. A lot of UMasses. Yeah, it was not good. UMass was genuinely bad. They were not good. But, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we're in a commercial break. 3:36 left to go here in the second half. Toledo up by 11. Looking like Toledo may be moving on to the MAC final. But, again, still plenty of time for UMass to make something happen. They got to start making shots, though. I think they've went pretty ice cold the last few minutes. They haven't really done much. Again, stay tuned for some more. Again, I'll be redirecting you guys a little bit after the stream for Kent State and Akron. That should be going on, I think, about 20 or 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. But again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, doing a lot of college basketball, pretty much covering the games that you can't find. That is kind of what I do here for college sports anyway. But yeah, that is essentially it. And again, a lot of NFL stuff. A lot of NFL, MLB, bunch of things. You're a UMass fan, we make fun of them too. There you go. Who we got for a home run for USA? I don't know. Harper's kind of due, right? Harper hasn't really done much. Not enough possessions to hit the over. It's kind of looking like it'll be the under. Yeah, I'm thinking so, Tron. You got for the second? Yeah, again, it could go either way. Akron should be the favorite for sure. I don't know. I'm leaning Akron for sure, I would say, but it's March Madness. That's the thing, Chief. Appreciate you tuning in. It could go either way, man. There's the first by Clark. That one is too strong. Again, Clark is a 44% free throw shooter. 1 for 3 on the day when it comes to free throws, so he should make this one, but he does not. Rebounded there by UMass. Kicks it out to Banks. Banks for 3. That's short, but it rolls in. Unbelievable. Clearly short, but it rolls in anyway. 8-point game. As here's Toledo with 3:22 and counting. He's got to get it across. He's got to hurry. He's booking it. Floats it inside, and he does. This is now, this is Wilson. Wilson on the far side, back to Blyden. Blyden with it at the logo. Back to Wilson. Just over 3 minutes to go. 3:06 and counting. 10 left to shoot. As Wilson with it, and he is fouled. And it looks like UMass is at the bonus. Toledo is not, by the way. UMass, that was just a third foul. Are they pressing a little bit? Yes, they are pressing now. You got Bobby Witt? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and same thing with baseball. It's kind of random, right? All right, this is Wilson. Wilson at the logo. Again, just under 3 minutes to go. A lot of fouls to give as he's being double-teamed, trying to turn over the ball, but he is fouled. Foul on Carbuccia, and he doesn't like it. He thought it was a backcourt, but no. So that'll reset it with 20 seconds left on the shot clock, that is. All right, inbounding here is Wilson finding Strong. Strong with it down the near side again, trying to kill time. Back to Wilson. Wilson with it, trying to get some space. 12 seconds to shoot. Wilson to Parks. Parks to Blyden for three. That's going to be short, and, well, it's on the ground. Now take it away. Oh, it's somehow with Toledo. Blyden is fouled, and they're not going to give him the basket. As he did make it, but no, he was not in a shooting position. So possession will just stay with Toledo. Again, an 8-point game. Toledo's really had possession for the last 30 seconds or so. Probably even more than that, honestly. As again, UMass fouling. They have 5 fouls now. Go Team USA. Yeah, they need something. Wilson going to be inbounding here for the Rockets. Trying to find a teammate as he kicks it all the way back to Strong. And Strong will have it. 2:30 to go. Hands it off to Wilson. 15 left to shoot. Looks like Craig is setting the pick as Wilson on the far side. Wilson turning around, finding Craig. Craig inside to Parks. Parks puts it up and is fouled, but doesn't get the shot as it was rolling all the way around. Finally rolling to the ground, but again, he'll get 2 shots. And Parks is a 72% free throw shooter. And an 8-point game. Toledo again with the advantage. Foul was on Banks, by the way. That's his third. Not really in danger, but I expect a lot of fouls there by UMass the last few minutes here. There's the first. That one's short. Again, 2:19 to go. Combined scores 136. So if you have the under, you're probably good. I don't think it hits. I don't think the over will hit. So there's the second. That one is going to roll in. That one is good. 9-point game, 73-64. Here is Carbuccia. Carbuccia crossing half court. Looking around to the near side as it's Bedial. Bedial underneath. Trying to get to the basket. He does, and they're going to call a foul on Parks. And it looks like it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Bedial. Hope the USA manager knows he needs to win the game. Yeah, I hope so too. It would be nice for him to know that. If he didn't, yeah, well, yep, that would make sense though. It's over. Toledo by 11. I don't know. I don't know about 11. Apparently, Parks just fouled out. Wow, so Parks is done. Wow. Well, Parks is going to exit the game. I think he had 7 points. So Parks is done. You'll just have to watch from the bench for the last 2 minutes again with a 9-point lead. So, you know, you got to feel pretty good. But now that it's, you know, out of your control, that could be I don't know. I would feel a little nervous. Again, Bedial at the line, 71% free throw shooter. 1-and-1. There's the first. That one's too strong, but it's rebound. Oh, it's last touched by Toledo. Thought it was touched by UMass, but no, the referees with a much better eye of it than I do, I guess. I am thousands of miles away, I guess. I would say. I don't know why I'm saying I guess, but I am. 2:06 left to go here in the second. Again, 73-64. UMass going to be inbounding here to Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it at the logo. Carbuccia driving to the basket. Pump fakes. Kicks it out to Banks. Banks for three. That's too strong and rebounded by UMass. Carbuccia looking. Finding Ndinge. Ndinge puts it up and is fouled. I don't think... Oh! It's an offensive foul. Oh, with the charge. Oh, wow, he did lower the shoulder. He lowered the shoulder with the charge. Unbelievable. That was not good for UMass. Toledo going to be inbounding here right to left as he finds Craig. Craig bounce pass to Blyden. Blyden with it. Floats it. Underneath here is Owinga. Owinga misses. Rebounded there by UMass. Carbuccia with it beyond the arc. Trying to find a teammate. Hands it off to Banks. Banks with it. Underneath to Bedial. Bedial hook shot. Too strong. Rebounded by Craig. And UMass came crashing in with a hard foul. And that is going to put them at the bonus. Craig still down trying to be helped up. No one wants to offer a hand. Now they do. It's a little bit the under problem for UMass when they get defense stop. They don't follow it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But again, looks like Toledo will be at the line. Craig will be at the line for a 1-and-1. Looks like the coach is getting explained to what's going on. I don't really know. Toledo coach came up and was asking about it, maybe for a flagrant, because, yeah, he was pretty aggressive there, but I don't think so. I don't think anything's going to be reviewed or anything. This thing went under 151. Yep. Most likely will, barring a lot of shots. Free throws, that is. Vegas called maybe. All right, again, Craig at the line, 77% free throw shooter, as there is the first, and that is good. Again, it's a 1-and-1, so he did make it for another 10-point game. Again, UMass defeated Miami of Ohio. Massive upset. And UMass actually beat Toledo earlier in the season. That one is going to be missed. Rebounded there by Bedial as he finds Carbuccia. Carbuccia with it on the near side. Again, 122 and counting. Carbuccia. He loses the ball, gets it back, loses it again, gets it back again, puts it up, and can't get the rebound, but Bedial does. Kicks it out to Banks. Banks for three. That's too strong, and it's going to be, it's still on the ground. Rebounded by Toledo, and they're going to call a timeout with 1:07 to go. Oh, my goodness. 74-64. Toledo ball with just over a minute left. And again, Toledo most likely punching their ticket to the MAC final. 4-0. Yep, Tron. Yep, for sure. Again, I hope that continues, but I don't know. The odds are definitely, they might be turning soon, Tron. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you did enjoy the broadcast, make sure again to leave a like and subscribe. It is free. It'll say it up there, I promise. Again, a lot of college basketball. Again, today, this is just the first. Again, kind of warmed up here. Usually a little bit better. The second game is usually my best game. Usually. Third game, a little bit more tired, but it's still pretty solid, I would say, performance. But anywho, appreciate you guys again for hanging out. Again, if you like the NFL, make sure again to subscribe. A lot of NFL action going to be happening this year. Going to be calling more games this year than last year. I'll just somehow make it happen. All right, inbounding here is Toledo. Toledo, he's trying to find something. This is Strong. Strong floats it to Wilson. 59 seconds left. They're not fouling. Maybe they're just kind of waiting for the last. I don't know. I don't know really what they're doing. Again, they're up by 10. 50 seconds to go. Bounce pass into Blyden. Blyden with it at the logo. Heavy pressure. Blyden with it. Crossing in the lane. Floater. Alley-oop. And that's good. That was Owinga with the slam. 76-64. 12-point game. 35 seconds to go. This is Carbuccia. Carbuccia to Banks. Banks looking around. He just jacks up a three. That's good. 9-point game. Nice by Banks. Looks like it's a timeout for UMass with 26 seconds left to go. Robert not liking the teams. Next game's going to be Kent State and Akron. Kent State and Akron. That is the next one. That one, again, will start about 30 minutes after this one. So I know it's supposed to start at like 7:30 or something like that Eastern, but no, it'll be pushed back most likely. 6 p.m. in the Republic of Texas. It is. It is. That is, again, that's where I do indeed live. Congrats to Toledo. Yeah, no, Toledo will be moving on, barring, again, a crazy comeback in the last few moments. But again, thank you guys for hanging out today. Again, I'm going to be doing 2 more games. Again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we'd hit 7,000 subscribers. It would be pretty cool to do that today. But maybe it's meant for another day. But again, doing 2 more games after this one. Again, both games on CBS Sports Network. So again, probably not going to be shown on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, 9-point game, 27 seconds. Looks like they're working their way back onto the court. Toledo will have it. Each team with just 1 timeout. Again, both teams in the bonus. Kent State and Akron over. You're going with the scoring in that one. Okay. A lot of points in that one as well. Kent State averages 86 a game. Akron 89. Toledo going to be inbounding again, going right to left. Heavily guarded. Bounce pass inside. And, oh, it's stolen away by UMass. Carbuccia looking around, trying to find Banks. Banks puts up the 3. That's going to be too strong and rebounded. Well, it's last touched as there was a foul by Indigue. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Fouled on UMass. And looks like Toledo will go to the line. Smash that like, folks. Appreciate you. Kind of don't want the Badgers to keep winning so they can rest up for the tournament. Well, I guess there's always a negative somewhere. But winning would be good. I don't know. Winning is good. I mean, they'll have a few days to rest, right? 2 days, I think. There is the first by Craig. That one is good. Back to a 10-point game again. That one, probably the icing there. That makes it a 4-basket game. Do you think Michigan is legit? Yes, I do. I think Michigan's really good. I think I might be picking him to win my bracket as he misses the second. 14 seconds left. Here's Banks. Banks with it. And it's stripped. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Toledo. Again, folks, make sure also, again, to, if you're going to fill out a bracket this year, feel free to join my group. Again, it's free. It's on ESPN. You'll just need an ESPN account. But, again, that is easy to set up. But, again, you'll be competing against me and, of course, other subscribers on the channel. 8 seconds left. Big 3. That's going to be too short. And rebounded by Toledo. And they're not going to call the fouls despite the heavy contact. That is going to do it. Toledo 77, UMass 67. So congratulations to the Rockets as they are again 1 game away from clinching a spot in March Madness. UMass has been eliminated. Let's see here. There are so many good teams from the SEC plus ACC. It's typical ACC, yeah. UMass, some real-life bombs. How do you manage to get the ball back? Why do they go for 3 perimeter when you could have went for a 2-shot, at least keep the drain? Yeah, I think sometimes teams just get a little eager with the 3s. Yeah, I don't know. I do agree. Appreciate you, AHK. Penn State fan, I'm contractually obligated to root against Big Blue. I guess so. Didn't know you had a bracket. I'm definitely going to join, even though I don't know nothing about. Well, hey, you're kind of like the rest of us. So I would say most of us are kind of like, oh, we get into it, in March, and that's really it. You're down by 9 seconds. You're lost. Yeah, I don't know. It happens. People will do it. Again, that is the final score. I'll go over the stats. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Going to be calling it again. 2 more games today. Kent State and Akron is next. Here are the stats. Again, Sanford with 5 points. Bedial with 21. Indigue with 7. Carbuccia with 11. Banks with 9. Clark with 7. Placide with 3. And Parker with 4. That was the UMass with 67 points. With Toledo, Craig 15. Park 7. Strong 17. Blind with 12. Wilson with 18. Owingo with 8. UMass was shooting 19% from beyond the arc. That is a problem. That was a problem. Toledo 35%. And both teams struggle at the line. 52% for UMass, 57% for Toledo. All right, that'll do it. Again, appreciate you guys. Congrats to Toledo. We'll see you next week. Oh, yeah, appreciate you again for tuning in. Sorry again about UMass. Let's go, Toledo. Holy Toledo. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Again, going to be covering another game after this. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure again to leave a like and subscribe before you go. And that'll do it for me. See you guys in about 30 minutes. See you then. Peace.